Hello everyone, this is Mr. Ghost. I am back. I still look like a Discord mod after my surgery, but it's okay, at least I can talk now. Today, I'll be covering shotguns in Killing Floor 2, specifically a set that you guys had asked for. The Boomstick, Doomstick, and their two HRG variants. On this episode of Gaming Armory. The double-barreled boomstick in Killing Floor 2 seems to be based on a Stoeger coach gun. The terms coach gun, cut-down shotgun, or messenger shotgun were coined in the 1860s when Wells Fargo had armed its messengers while riding through California. It's worth noting that there is no one manufacturer for a quote-unquote coach shotgun, although the model in Killing Floor 2 seems to be closest to the Stoeger coach gun, which was first made in 1962. The name is also a reference to the 1992 movie Army of Darkness. The Boomstick is a Tier 2 weapon for the support class, only costing 750 Doge, and can be upgraded 3 times. The Boomstick does 25 damage per pellet, and each shot has 10 pellets. Using the alt fire allows you to fire both barrels at once, meaning that you technically have 20 pellets in one shot. With a normal shot, you'll reach a total of 250 damage if each of your shots hit. It's worth noting that with the upgrades, each upgrade increases 1 damage per pellet. So upgrade 1 takes you up to 26, upgrade 2 to 27, and upgrade 3 to 28. The alt fire also has a unique ability to which if you fire it while jumping, then it will give you a push. So you can use it as a source of movement, although I would recommend not to unless you're in a pinch. And honestly, I would say it's one of the best weapons for the support class. The HRG Kaboomstick is an explosive variant of the Boomstick. It deals 15 damage per pellet, and due to it being an explosive shotgun, has pellet explosion damage, dealing 38 per pellet explosion. The explosion radius is 2 meters and the falloff is linear. It has the same amount of pellets per shot. The damage type with this weapon is both ballistic and explosive. To wrap up talking about these weapons, the Boomstick is really good, which I would honestly place it in an S tier for both the support and survivalist classes, which are the classes it gets the benefits from. The fling technique is a bit niche in my opinion. I hardly use it, but I know a lot of people who do use it to varying success, so that's a point in favor of both of these shotguns. The Kaboomstick is honestly the easiest S tier that I will give on this list. It decimates anything that comes in its path. From single targets to crowd control, it can handle it all. And at a tier 3 weapon, you'll get this thing very early on into the game, and you'll be set. Now I'll get to talk about the history of this weapon a lot less, but it's very cool, so it makes up for it. The Doomstick seems to be modeled off of a 4-barreled shotgun, specifically any type of 4-barreled shotgun that follows a diamond pattern for the barrel assembly. And that's pretty much it on all that I can tell you. The model is very fictionalized and looks like you're holding a slab of steel, but it is very awesome and it deals a lot of damage. It deals 40 damage per pellet and 6 pellets per barrel, so that leads you to get a lot of damage, specifically 240 damage per shot. And that's not including the alt fire mode, which allows you to fire all 4 barrels at once. It has the same fling technique with the alt fire, and it is a tier 4 weapon costing 1,500 Dosh, and it only has 1 upgrade. It is worth noting that the Doomstick is very heavy, so you don't get to pair it with much, and that makes it not really that good of a choice in my opinion for whenever you're using it as an off-perk weapon, which means if you're playing a class, say Commando, that doesn't give benefits to shotguns, you're probably not going to have that good a time with the Doomstick, although it is very fun for when you do play a support main. And for all that reasoning, I'm just going to get the ranking done at A tier. It's very cool, a lot of damage, and you feel very badass while using it, but just the execution isn't the best. It is very fun though, and it is worth pairing with the AA-12 to just obliterate everything that you find. I'll make covering this weapon short and sweet, unfortunately. The HRG Dragon's Blaze is quite a unique weapon, although I would say it's not exactly the top tier choice. It is very good. However, it does 28 damage per direct hit, and it has 8 pellets per shot. It's very unique in the sense that its normal fire will fire all 8 pellets in a vertical pattern, and its alt fire will fire the 8 pellets in a horizontal pattern, and unlike its previous family members, which got the ability to fire all of their barrels at once. It has some afterburn, which is decent, and it has some ground fire, which is also quite decent, but honestly you'll just have a better time with other firebug weapons. It is worth noting that this is a firebug exclusive weapon, which means it doesn't get any benefits from support, but it does get some from the survivalist class. I would say that it's honestly like D tier on survivalist. For firebug main, I would say that it's an A tier. It's okay. It leaves a lot of ground fire, but I would say not having the ability to fire all 4 barrels at once kind of hinders it. But, it's okay. It does a good amount of stumble power. And yeah, I think that's going to wrap up my thoughts on this weapon. A tier. It's good, but it's not my number 1 choice. The cool factor is stopping me from putting it at a high B tier. The performance is good. Don't, let my ramblings deter you. It is good. It's just not the best in class. Now, to summarize my ramblings, I would put the Boomstick and the Kaboomstick both at S tier, while I would put their 4-barreled cousins at A tier. Thank you all for watching. This episode has taken me a while. I had to record my footage twice each time. And yeah, this video was completely unscripted. I'm just rambling off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm still in a lot of pain from my surgery. However, I am going to try to get as many uploads to you guys as possible as I start school in a couple weeks. So, the upload rate is going to really slow down then. The next upload I will be covering is the HM Tech series, so all the medic guns. And I think that episode's going to be quite cool. I won't get to talk about the history of the weapons as much as they're very fictionalized, but their performance is really, really, really good. And every one of those weapons, I could say that they're an A or S tier already. I'm just going to get that spoiler out of the way. So I really hope you enjoy. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me which weapons you would like to see me cover next. Other than the HM Tech weapons, I do have the just the Dragon's Breath planned to come out next. And I'll also cover the SG500 pump action at the same time. With all that being said, I hope you all have a great day. I hope to see you soon. And thank you for watching.